Looking for a way to drastically improve your post-production workflow? Stick with us in this episode of Photography 180 and we'll show you how Aftershoot has changed our life. Number one thing, you're going to come home, import all your images into your folder structure, however you're accustomed to doing so. We're going to go ahead and open up Aftershoot. What you'll have here is your dashboard, and we're going to go ahead and create a new album. We want to choose Culling, and you want to go ahead and give your album a name. And then we're going to go ahead and find that folder where we had saved or imported our images to. Now it's going to take just a moment. I see that the number matches what I expected, 1092. And then we'll go ahead and hit Start Culling. And from here, we're going to choose what type of shoot that we're looking to cull, because we want to give Aftershoot as much information as possible. And it's going to use that information to decide how certain images should be looked at based on the algorithm. So I'm going to put weddings and engagements. And we'll go ahead and hit Start Culling. And now what this is going to do is it's going to kick off what they call the magical unicorns to go ahead and do the work for you. This is a great moment to kind of take a break, either go get a coffee, focus on some other emails you need to reply back to. So this is where kind of like a huge bulk of that time saving comes into play, because now you don't have to worry about going through these images one at a time. We could see that the total time spent culling was 8 minutes and 55 seconds. Again, on a set of 1,092 images to start. We've got it down to a total of 285 images. What we could do from there is we have a couple of different choices. We could set keyboard shortcuts on how to go about refining our selections. And I'm going to enter into like a full screen mode, which is what I'm most often using. And now we can see that we have a total of 9 images, one that was selected plus 8 additional that it considers very similar in a group or duplicates. And using the sort of carrots, left and right caret, I could cycle through that group of duplicates. Now, if I wanted to swap the one that gets selected as the primary, I'm going to hit S on my keyboard. Again, this is all customizable. So an S would change the selection to whatever image I'm hovered over. Additionally, if I want to add to the selection, I would just hit the letter A, and that will now give me 2 selections from that grouping. And if I wanted to completely eliminate a selection, I would hit X. You have the ability to run through the images from that set, hitting the right arrow to go to the next set, and you kind of run through each of the sets until you're through to the end. And now, so as you're going through, if it's a larger subset of images, as you're culling and making some changes, you want to go and either hit Command S or come back and hit Save Changes here. And then my next step, I want to export those images. Okay, so exporting the images, I have one-click export options here: export to Lightroom Classic, Lightroom, or Capture One. I could also explore those photos manually, or I can export them to a folder. So again, the results are pretty amazing. That's Aftershoot in a nutshell. It gets a lot more in depth than that. If you need help, we're here for you. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Photography 180, and we'll see you guys next week.